Life can be bullish or bearish. Imagine you're at a crossroad of a bustling financial market where the power and grace of two mighty animals captures the essence of life's ever-changing nature. On one hand, we have the cautious bear, embodying restraint, caution, and the potential for downturn. On the other, the unyielding bull, symbolizing strength, determination, and optimism. Why bull and bear? Well, it has to do with the characteristics of the animal it represents. When the bull comes for you, it lifts you up into the air with its horns. But when a bear attacks you, it claws you down to the ground. We are constantly riding the bulls and bears, the ups and downs of our lives. Sometimes straddling it, sometimes barely hanging on to it, and in rare cases, even knocked down by it. I've been knocked down at my rock bottom in debt, credit card bills, student loans, car and office lease payments. I was barely staying afloat. The global situation was likewise in a downtrend, during that same time bearish. The financial markets was in turmoil, prices were plummeting, and investors were selling worldwide. My investments tanked, and my long hours and late nights didn't help. I was in a dire situation. But it was more heartbreaking to watch my parents' distress. Before, they had a successful computer business, hundreds of staff on payroll, thousands of units in inventory, millions of dollars in transaction. But when the dot-com bubble burst, everything was gone, literally overnight. They lost their business, and with it, their livelihood and financial security. But as truly Asian as they are, they shielded us from this harsh reality. Beneath the stoic and smiling facades, I could tell we were struggling. Not only was I unable to help myself, I was even more heartbroken that I was unable to help them. Much like the world economy, our lives are an interplay of contrasting forces. The seemingly random and chaotic forces of the markets mirror the ups and downs of our lives. But these fluctuations aren't driven by physical phenomena. Instead, they reflect the collective attitudes about political sentiments, economic conditions, or just future outlooks. And if we believe that things are going well, our attitude toward the markets become bullish. We go all in and add billions to the markets, all because of a sentiment, a feeling. So why don't we adopt that same bullish attitude to life? The attitude that we are optimistic, that things will go uphill just like in a bull market. So I took a decision, the first of 3 steps on my journey of adopting a bullish outlook. I invested in myself, in new habits, a new outlook, and a new life. I addressed every aspect of my life that could benefit from change, financially, mentally, and even physically. Previously, my bearish attitude were fixated on problems, overanalyzing everything that went wrong, how much I lost, when can I expect my clients to confirm, and what happens if I don't make my monthly payments. Now, with my bullish attitude, my focus shifted to analyzing those problems objectively, finding ways and options to tackle them head on. And instead of wondering and asking, why was this happening to me? I told myself that this must be happening for me, not to me, for me to learn, grow, and thrive from. It wasn't why me anymore, it was try me. And if I can get through this, I can get through anything. I also realized that financial literacy is one of the keys to our success. This is the knowledge that is vital for managing not just our personal finances or our business finances, but to understand the financial markets as well. This is what will help us make better decisions, gain more control of our situation, and achieve our goals. Because at the end of the day, the best person with your best interest is always yourself. You have to be your own financial advisor, your own financial manager. Investing in my own financial education was the first and biggest decision that is still paying off today. I also decided to eat healthier. I even signed up for a gym membership, things that are also paying off today, as you can see. And so the first step in being bullish is to be decisive. But being decisive takes courage. So it follows the second step is to act without fear. We can't escape fear. It's a primal response that has kept us alive as species. But fear is also an attitude that causes some people to be their own worst enemy. In financial markets, fear can trigger a selling spree that could lead to a bear market or even a recession. But risk, on the other hand, risk is a positive and inherent characteristics of the market. In fact, the higher the risk, the greater the potential reward. So we must take our worst fears and transform them into potentially rewarding risk. Those changes I were making, those were risk. There was no certainty. Do I know I was going to succeed? I don't. Do I know I'll be able to pay off my debts on time? I don't. Can I be sure that my new lifestyle changes will result in a better health? I can't. But I do know this, that whatever I've been doing all these years hasn't served me, which has left me no other option but to act without fear. I've been afraid of failure all this while, which ironically kept me in this state of failure. By acting without fear, I dare to do things differently, to learn, to train, to improve, and to keep on taking chances. It's exhilarating, I tell you. With this new bullish perspective, things began to turn around. I made my monthly credit card payments. I started repaying my student loans. And within a few years, we rebuilt ourselves. And I'm glad that my parents finally started a conversation about retiring. Be decisive. Act without fear. And now the third and final step in being bullish is be tenacious. Keep at it. We sometimes joke about being as stubborn as a bull, but we rarely value a bull's tenacity. The fact is, they're just different sides on the same coin. Tenacity is a positive trait that entails being hardworking, consistent, and hyper-focused on your goals. And that is the quality of a bull we are channeling in being tenacious. You made a decision. You've acted without fear. It's time to keep pushing. Be tenacious. The new habits, new routines, new perspectives that I was adopting were slowly but surely making a difference in my work, in my relationships, and life in general. Financially, I became debt-free. I even managed to build up significant savings. Mentally, I had more clarity about my future. I even slept better knowing my parents could retire. And physically, I was in better health and even felt good about how I looked. We know that bulls are aggressive, strong, and stubborn. A bull will work hard, fight, and stand its ground. This unyielding attitude toward trying and failing, risking and learning, falling and rising again is what we should channel in our bullish attitude to life. From making transformative decisions to pursuing them fearlessly to being persistent and even stubborn about it, it's all a matter of adopting an optimistic, positive, bullish outlook. So whether you are investing in the financial markets or whether you're investing in yourself into the rising trend that is your life, remember that fortune favors the bull. Thank you.